Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Beautiful day at the club today. Not quite as warm as the weekend, but the sun is shining. I want to thank you all so much for your positive feedback from our chipping video last weekend. Here to shoot our pitching video today, kind of talk about the differences between chipping and pitching. First, I want to answer a couple questions we received from our chipping video. Number one was, what club do we tend to chip with the most? I chip with everything from a 60 to a 56, 50, 46, depending on the shot I'm trying to hit. Obviously, as you de-loft the club, the ball comes up a little hotter and lower and tends to run more. I would say overall, I tend to gravitate towards my 60-degree wedge for both chipping and pitching. I'm able to kind of judge distances well with my 60. I've had a 60 in my bag for as long as I can remember. I'm comfortable with it. If you don't currently play a 60, great club to have in your bag. Allows you to get the ball up quickly and have it stop quickly on the green. Other question I received was, how often should I replace my wedges? Titleist recommends every 75 rounds you should replace your wedge. So if you're playing a wedge that's more than a couple of years old, definitely think about putting a new wedge in your bag. New grooves will definitely help the ball stop faster on the green, help you control distances better. Right now, we have on our online golf shop all of our wedges in stock. If you purchase your first wedge regular price, you get $10 off the second wedge and $10 off the third wedge. So a great deal on new wedges. If you're looking to do that, we can have those ready for you. You can go online and order those, or just send us an email. We're happy to take care of you. So let's talk pitching. Pitching, the difference, obviously, we're trying to get the ball up in the air quicker, trying to get the ball to stop quicker than with chipping. Chipping tends to be closer to the green. Here, pitching, I got to set up just behind the bunker in the practice green to show you how to get the ball up in the air quickly and have it stop. And I'll also talk about hitting, pitches of longer distances. So let's start with the setup. So just like chipping, I'm going to talk club face first. Super important that we don't have that club face closed for both our right-handed and left-handed players. I want to make sure if you have 12 o'clock on a clock on that leading edge, I want that leading edge straight up in the air or slightly open. Always go more open than closed, right? Closed, again, makes that club dig. Open allows you to use the bounce. In terms of ball position, I like the ball basically in the center of my stance. And I'm going to say again, just like with chipping, we want to avoid having a lot of shaft lean. Again, that makes the wedge dig. So have those hands nice and neutral, club face slightly open. Those are your kind of your setup keys. Hands and arms super soft and relaxed. The key to this shot is not to be tight. You want to be soft with this shot. Now, in terms of the motion, the thing we want to avoid is a lot of wrist hinge. Okay, so we don't need to create a lot of wrist hinge here and a lot of wrist hinge through the shot. A great tip I was given by Billy Harmon I'll name drop Seve Ballesteros on this one because Billy actually gave this to me through Seve, that he thought about, obviously, short game wizard Seve was, trying to maintain the loft of his pitch shot. So if he starts at 60 degrees, when he makes his backswing and his through swing, he's trying to keep 60 degrees. So when you turn the wrist over, you de-loft the club. So now all of a sudden the club's not at 60 anymore, it's at much less. So if you think about pitching, think about trying to maintain the loft and maintain your tempo. Don't need a lot of speed going into the ball. Think about constant tempo. In terms of the path, this is something I really want you to think about. Again, like with chipping, we don't want the club to go back behind us because that makes it go out away from us. Think about that club head staying outside your hands in the takeaway. Keep it outside. Don't let it get back behind you. And the great thing is, once you get it on the good path here, the club can now work around you. So for our right-handed players, I want the club to finish left around you. For our lefties, do this the best I can. When you do that good backswing, let that club finish more right around you. The mistake we see with a lot of players is the club tends to kind of foul the ball to the target, and that doesn't allow you to make good contact most of the time. So let me hit one for you to give you the feel for this. So I'm just trying to land it onto the green. So club face a little bit open, hands neutral, ball in the middle of my stance, hands and arms relaxed. I'm going to keep that club face the same. And you see where my hands go over here and see the club face basically staying the same loft. Be careful not to have the wrist flip too much. De-lofts the club, makes it come out lower, won't get you any height. If you want to hit a longer shot, club face open, still a little bit, ball in the middle of your stance, a little bit longer backswing, a little bit longer through swing, ball flies a little farther. If you're going to translate this to more of a 50-yard shot or a 60-yard shot with your wedge, club face again, same positions, nice and squared or slightly open, just going to add a little more speed in it. And that'll make it fly a farther distance. So, pitching, club face really important. Square to slightly open, ball in the middle of your stance. Pay attention to trying to keep that loft. Don't let that club de-loft in your swing. Keep the loft. Think of the club staying on the outside and let it work around you. Don't think about trying to go down the target line. Because the more that we go down the target line, the more you have to kind of turn the hands over, and that makes it hard to be consistent with the shot. One more thing I want to mention before I let you go. As you're playing, really important, this has come to me from a couple of different members. Make sure we're fixing divots, fixing ball marks. We're really hopeful to be much more fully operational pretty soon, where we have divot mix for you and all that good stuff. But just a thought when you're playing, take care of the golf course. I was always taught as a young kid, the better you take care of the course will take care of you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please email me any questions, and I can't wait to see you soon. Thanks so much.